Hello everybody, JaffaArchfiend here. Well, we're on to the next part of the Dawntrail MSQ for Final Fantasy XIV. Just finished the dungeon. You can watch that video if you so want to. And here we go with the resumption of the story. Erinville finally catches up.
Very good, claimant. Once more, I name myself Gurfulur, High Luminary to my people, and chosen Elector of the Dawn Servant.
Nice to meet you, Gurfulur. He's a big boy.
You are much bigger than the others in the village.
All Yokui were once my equal in size, but ever since we were decimated by disease, it is rare to see a child reach our form of stature.
The disease not only kind of, wiped them out a bit, it
You
also
speak
kind of
of the
shrunk them.
contagion which afflicted the Shaktural expedition. The one recorded in your murals.
It is a chapter of our history that is entangled with the legend of the Golden City.
I've heard that legend originated with the Yokui. Is this true?
With the visions our ancestors had, to be precise.
Oh.
Preceding the campaign into Shaktural, many were visited by dreams of glittering splendor.
Ooh.
They described a paradise that knew neither war nor famine, where people lived lives of eternal happiness. A single dreamer might have been dismissed, but when dozens, if not hundreds,
Okay, so it's not the
spoke
echo
same,
visions of
the
like
luminaries became
Amaros,
convinced
etc. Then.
it was divine revelation.
Okay, so it's something else then.
Then the expedition.
Its purpose was to find the City of Gold. Yes, help was marshaled from all the territories under our control. Lands were scoured on a massive scale.
Ah, little wonder the legend is so similar across Tural. Those involved with the search would have passed the stories down to their children.
Ah, Kona.
Another claimant, I see. I will test your worth, as I have tested those who came before you.
Give himself a recovery potion.
Here and now, I think he means.
Yep, let's clear the field so these guys can get their shot at him. Of course, Jay's exhausted.
Well fought, second promise. For you and your sister's success in performing the feat of proof. You both shall be rewarded.
Well, hey. Wait, does that mean we beat Zoral up here? Good God. Okay.
Three to go.
How
how glorious it would have been to race thee and thine to the summit. Though mayhap not whilst being hounded by Bakul Jaja and his minions.
Ah, so whilst we had Zoral, they had Bakul.
Again, that swine shows his disdain for the right.
Strangely, despite his eagerness to antagonize us, he withdrew as soon as we fought back in earnest. I cannot fathom what he was trying to achieve.
That sounds a bit odd, yeah.
On a similar note, I'm also curious as to why you chose the peak of Warkor Zormor for the conclusion of this feat. The earlier stages saw us learn the history of the Yokui. Does this location also hold some special meaning for your people?
Yes. It is a place of great significance.
Hi there, Jonathan Yuns. Mustard-filled chocolate eclair. No, no thank you. And
All
Pat
these
Sajak.
monuments.
I'm not sure who that is.
Is this a burial ground?
Every high luminary before me is enshrined in this earth. Alongside them are the heroes who bravely stood their ground when Valley Armanda brought ruin to Urkopacha 8 decades past.
Oh, we actually...
That explains why there are so many.
Zorolja, I should have known you'd arrive here first.
Ah, dang it. I thought we beat him for once.
Ah, third promise. How relieved I am to find you in good health.
What are you playing at?
Zorolja, you bastard! I should end you here and now!
Remember where you are. You will mind your conduct, or you will leave.
Yep, good point.
Right. Sorry.
I see no reason to delay further. Show me my father's sepulchre.
Papa has a grave?
Oh yeah, the guys keep everything as a kind of a tome thing, remember? So even when his physical body dies, he won't die himself. Host a Wheel of Fortune. Alright, okay.
Upon this monument,
probably the same
are
voice actor for
inscribed
them, that's
the
why.
names of those who sealed away the monstrous Valley Armanda, your fathers included.
Gulul Jaja, Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace.
Look at this one. Kettenram, Navigator of Uncharted Oceans.
See, he was here.
Kettenrun? The Laminsan explorer? Does this mean he joined Galul Jaja on his travels?
Seems that way, yeah.
Kafkiwa, Seeker of the Unknown. How strange to see your name here.
Oh?
It was unheard of to build living sepulchres for those who were not Yokui. But their great deed demanded recognition.
There's Zach.
Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace? Papa really did some amazing things.
He carved his path with martial skill.
Yet it was clever thinking which allowed him to trap Valigarmanda within its own ice magics.
Martial skill and clever thinking. I can't compete with Zorolja's mastery of the Head of Resolve's techniques. And when it comes to knowledge, Kona's the one who most takes after the Head of Reason. Is there anything that I've gotten from Papa? Something I do better than the others?
You connect to people better than they do, I suppose. You have his love for peace. What else defines your father aside from strength and knowledge?
What else defines him? Oh, of course. Papa's love for peace, for his people. That is what he's given me. And I'm fighting to preserve the peaceful Tural he built.
That doesn't sound good.
What in the hells was that?
You must return to Warlar's Echo immediately. Valigarmanda has broken free.
Oh, bugger!
I presume that was about the unholy sound?
Apparently Valigamander's loose.
Valigarmanda is free.
We need to get back there, now!
How fortuitous. We have been
Sorry,
gifted an
Oja.
opportunity to outpace our rivals.
If this was your doing, hell, I know it was your doing. So that's why he was laid back. Why he was late up the mountain, because he was letting loose the great big winged feathered serpent. Who does all that? These are still remnants from their fight from 80 years ago. The fires are still burning. I could have just teleported. I realize that now. There's that little sense of we have to get there, we have to get there, we have to get there. That I like doing that little kind of RPG-ish moment, as it were. Okay, close enough. Unable to teleport. Okay, so we couldn't teleport even if we wanted to. Oh no, hold on. I think it's because I wasn't in a fight. Yeah, okay. Now with it. Okay. Good, you're back. There was much I would explain, but by the time I arrived to investigate a sudden surge of ether, there were already fallen giants everywhere. Right now, everyone is preoccupied with treating the wounded. Pray, catch your breath, and then lend a hand where you can. Okay. An echo of madness. If you're ready, then there are many injured here who need aid. Should you find anyone passed out from their wounds, ask that you alert me to them. Otherwise, I should be tending to whomever requires the most urgent healing. We can gather here once we've seen to these people's hurts. I mean, I'm a healer as well. Give me a second. I'll probably get this job done as well, Alfie. Third promises protector. Everything was bathed in bright red. A searing heat enveloped my entire body. I couldn't move. Okay, so that accounts for fire. serious with this dryness in my throat. It's as if all the moisture has left my body. Okay, so it seems to just be fire at the moment. Which makes sense, I suppose. Belgranda has been frozen, so the first thing they'd probably do would be to try and, you know, unfreeze themselves. Everything burns. The touch of cloth is agony, yet I will live. Believe me, there are others in more need of dire help. First, a mender. Let's get him like gear repaired, shall we? Aw, that's a shame. It's a shame about Vlad's VA. Hey there, CFO. Yeah, everything seems to be going okay so far. Well, outside of the game anyway. I've done all I can for now. The injured you found were awake and alert then? That is well. We've left the injured as comfortable as we could. Many were suffering from burns to a greater or lesser degree. Did a fire sweep through the village? The details are unclear. Once I'd healed the giant attacked by that mountain bird, the group's leader, Vorpal, or I believe they called him, bade me depart. It was then I felt an intense wave of ether and returned to find Warlord's echo in that state. I rushed over to the first giant I saw. Though delirious with pain, he repeated the same warning. Balagamanda had broken free. Thus did I contact you with all haste. But we're going to need more information than that before we can deal with the situation. Just speak with the Temple Guard and see what's become of the Sky Bloom's prison. Right. Oh boy. High-Luminary grants you entry and awaits you within. Alright, let's see how bad it is in here, shall we?
What happened?
Oh! There isn't even a trace of ice. That's a problem.
So it's true. The ice has failed.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me.
A short while ago, a claimant paid us a visit.
Oh, that's Mercer. Aha! Finally we get an echo. I was wondering when one of these was going to kick in.
Who enters this hallowed hall?
Cool Jaja.
Ah, a claimant.
Oh. And here we have the mighty Valigarmanda.
A terrifying Vitral. With every awakening, it has seared its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
What a good little terror. You've stayed napping right up until the day I needed you.
Oh, don't tell me.
Explain yourself.
You wouldn't be this stupid.
It is as they say. Gulul Jaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever. To unmake it would be quite tricky. 2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul. The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve. And the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
No. No, no, no. Even you would not be this stupid. Why?
You mustn't!
But I already have. Rise and rage, little terror.
Why? What could you possibly hope to gain from this?
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
Why?
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
For the throne, of course.
Oh, you cannot be this genuinely stupid.
You unleash calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Wreak havoc, Valigarmanda. Live up to your legend.
You released it so you could try and beat it. That is just... The phrase 2 heads are better than 1 does not apply here. At least one of you should have figured it was a bad idea.
A messenger to Tuli Yolol has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
Oh boy.
That idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him.
So, what's the plan?
Do what we do best.
If we leave the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre. Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler. So that's that. I will stay and fight Valigarmanda. This is an enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance. I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession. But for the sake of Urkopacha and its people, I beg you, join me in this battle.
We're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Fighting monsters like this? As if you had to ask. This is the kind of challenge I live for. What other choice do we have?
Drawn to the chaos. You're as bad as Papa. Don't worry. The Sky Ruin should prove a big enough challenge for all of us.
I'm kind of disappointed that it wasn't a I do this for a living job.
Far be it from us to abandon a comrade in her time of need.
Dear comrades now, eh?
Yeah, but we've been too much together.
I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it. Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
Well, Kona?
And what will we do?
Ooh, good question.
One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
Mm-hmm. They're going scouting. They're going looking for Valagramanda.
If you're resolved to slay Valigarmanta, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
Oh, wow.
Inform the Bello of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
Yeah, this is gonna get messy. Poor Ironville. I said I'd be a guide. I didn't include this kind of tracking down ancient powerful monsters, but oh well. So Ironville, any ideas on how we can track Valagramanda? The tried and true method of comparing sightings with other signs of passage is the most reliable, but also the most time consuming. There is a second option, not as reliable as the first, but if we're lucky, it would let us ascertain the Sky Ruins' whereabouts far more quickly. Though a Turel Vidral of extraordinary nature, Valagramanda is still a creature of this world. Like you and me, it is thus sustained by corporeal energy and possesses a unique ethereal balance, which means this device should come in handy. It's the hand minion. It's a... okay. A floating hand? Now's not the time to be playing with toys. This is no toy. It's an ether seeker. As the name suggests, gleaners use it to detect the ether of living beings. And you've had that in your pack this whole time. I can calibrate to follow a specific ethereal aspect. The problem with Valagramanda, however, is that it can shift freely between the elements of fire, ice, or lightning. Well, we know that in order to awaken Valagramanda from its icy imprisonment, Bakul Jaja cast spells which quickened its fire aspect as ether. The resonance here are uniformly inflicted by burns. Therefore, the logical conclusion is that upon breaking free, Valagramanda unleashed a great fiery blast. Then the choice is plain: fire. The Seeker, however, is not without its faults. As we are not able to input our core's unique etheric signature in advance, the device will respond to any living source of fire aspected ether. So we have the reliable, yet slow, method of information gathering versus the potentially swift, but easily misled, Gleaner tool. I say, why not pursue both methods at the same time? Good idea. We'll have the first to fall back on if the second fails. Sounds like a plan. You travel with me then, in case the Seeker leads me to some other fiery fiend. The rest of us can stay behind and talk to eyewitnesses. The more Sky Ruin sightings we can compare, the more accurate our information will be. If no one has any objections, I shall remain here in the village and tend to the Yokhui. Very few were seriously injured, but I am wary of wounds inflicted by a creature like Valagramanda. I'd like to be close at hand should our conditions suddenly worsen. Right, sounds like we all have work to do. Alright, lead the way, Arenville, with your floating hand. We should be on our way as well. Alright. We'll head to the outskirts of the village first, and then set the seeker to detect fire aspected ether. Alright, who wants to bet we're going to have at least 3 interruptions? I think. I'm thinking at least 3. Definitely going to be at least 1. Probably 2, so I'm betting on 3. Right, the Seeker's ready to go. Warlord's Echo is still suffused with the Sky Ruins residential ether, so I've excluded it from the search area to prevent it from swamping the sensors. Let's begin tracking, shall we? Affirmative. Tracking's the nearest source of fire aspect of the ether. Of course, I'm speaking like a mammoth. Yeah, that's going to be the first interruption. Source of fire aspected ether located, tracking disengaged. But we want a bigger source of fire ether. Not quite the legendary creature we were after. Nope. That's just a basic bog standard elemental. Would you mind dealing with that fire sprite? We'll continue to confuse the Seeker if we leave it be. I'll chuck up our back out. Stuff on. Necessary measure, I'm afraid. Let's try this again. Affirmative. Tracking the nearest source of fire aspected ether. Okay. Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? It's going up. Another free company / guild chat is like, you did the first dungeon yet? Oh, you did it without me? Where was my invite? Talk to the other members. I'm saying nout. Source of fire aspected ether located. Tracking disengaged. Oh, we've got some kind of lava golem looking thing over there now. Right enough, but again, not what we were looking for. If you would be so kind. Molten Cobalt. Got out of that. Yeah, righty. Well, thanks. I'd ask if it gave you any trouble, considering who I'm talking to. Seeker, resume tracking, and do try to point out something useful this time. Affirmative. Resuming tracking. We say something useful. I'm kind of wondering if this is going to track itself to a campfire. Source of fire aspected ether located. Tracking disengaged. I can't beat that up, Erinville. Can't do anything about that. Another remnant of Valgamanda's last rampage. The crater's flames registered to the Seeker's corporeal ether. In the words of the Toliolo saga, when Valgamanda rages out of control, its fire burns forever, its ice does not thaw, and its lightning crackles without cease. Thus was the Dawn Servant able to turn the Sky Rune's perpetual magic against itself, trapping it within an unmelting prison of ice. This is no mundane fire, but some kind of everlasting sorcery. Once again, it is a strange feeling to see fanciful poetry proven true. The important thing is that the fire was classified as living ether. We can feed a sample of it into the Seeker and greatly improve its accuracy. One moment. Oh good! It's something useful. Like giving a piece of cloth to a bloodhound. There! Now the Seeker should ignore any Ithix signature but Valgamanda's. Had I realized this was possible from the start, then you needn't have fought those creatures at all. My apologies. It seems I still have much to learn from this journey, as a gleaner and as a guide. Sky again. This time, the Seeker should be attracted solely to Valgamanda's ether. Resume tracking based on the latest sample. Affirmative. Resuming tracking. Sample ethereal signature detected. Engaging accelerated pursuit mode. Bada boom. Oh, it let me jump off that cliff, did it? Okay, that's it. Usually it didn't let me jump off the cliff. Thankfully, we can't die from fall damage. It'll just take you all the way down to 1. So, literally, if we were able to get to the top of that outside of a dungeon, and then jumped off, we could land on the ground here with 1 health left. Ah. Good, the Seeker was drawn directly to Skyrim's fire. Now we know we've set the correct parameters for its ethereal aspect. I'll try increasing the threshold for etheric concentration. I should direct this to Sural Vidral itself. Recalibrating sensors, resuming tracking. Well, we know it's working at least. Alrighty, looks like we are getting close to where we need to go to. Looks like they came through here. I think we've noticed if Valgamanda was inside this passage. Let's head through to the other side. Oh, you utter... Oh no, the murals are still intact. Okay. They weren't showing up from a distance, so I was thinking Valgamanda did not break them on the way through, did he? No, they're still intact. They're still in one piece. Okay, that's good. That's something at least. I was a bit concerned. It's spinning.
The trail ends here, it seems. Could Valigarmanda have shifted its elemental aspect? It does have 3 to choose from, after all.
Unless it's either below or above us?
In any case, I'm almost certain the Vidral was headed in the direction of Warkor Lardor. We should let the others know we have a likely location.
If it's spinning around like that, I was half expecting Valigarmanda to come swooping down on top of us.
Alphino is assisting the Yokhoi with their evacuation. He thought they could use a healing hand with the injured.
So where is Valigarmanda?
Warkor Lardor. Its stratified layers contain a wealth of crystals, said to be the source of its many-colored glow.
Meanwhile, we're here at night, so we can't
After
see it.
80 years of imprisonment, the Vidral will be in dire need of sustenance. It would have been drawn to the mountain's energies.
So Valigarmanda seeks to replenish its ether.
We need to kill it before it does that.
Then we'd better not give it the chance.
Yeah.
Stop!
Who's there?
That mountain is sacred ground. I forbid you to set foot on it.
Yeah, except Valigarmanda's there eating your mountain.
Sorry, It is not our intention to trespass. But you must understand, that's where Valigarmanda has gone. If we don't slay it now, it will slaughter countless innocents. Just like in the old days, I beg you, permit us to enter.
Out of the question. Your band is incapable of defeating Valigarmanda. Either you seek to defile Warkor Lardor, or you are fools.
Hello.
If you doubt their chances, how would you feel were we to join them? The monument to Valigarmanda's defeat bears the names of 7 heroes. With our forces combined, we also number 7.
Yeah, discounting Aaronville because he doesn't fight.
7 weaklings are no less doomed than 4.
Oh, buddy. You don't know who you're talking to. Oh, hello.
Zoralcha, you've come to help as well.
Against my sound advice. While the rest of you were tussling with this sky ruin, we might have secured an insurmountable lead.
A minor delay. It will not change the contest's outcome. I would take the measure of his Tural Vidral my father was unable to kill.
With both my brothers here, this battle is all but won.
Your celebration is premature. I never said I would let you pass.
Dude, you think Zoral's gonna just...
Brother, no! We do not bear arms against our own people!
What an odd thing to say. As I recall, the inhabitants of Chir Wagur Sultan do not consider themselves members of the Tuliyolal nation. I'd hardly call them our own people.
What does that matter? Members or not, everyone in Tural is part of our dream for peace. If you would hurt them, then you'll have to go through me.
She saved me from the mountain bird. Now, then, the same eyes. Eyes of stone. Words of stone.
Ooh, good.
We are still in her debt. This is true. Consider the debt repaid.
Fair enough.
But do not misunderstand. We do not submit to Tuliolan rule.
Aye, you've made your point. We can talk more once the contest is over.
I ask your name.
Ooh.
Wuklamat, protector of peace, and soon-to-be Dawn servant.
Even people with wildly different ideals can find understanding through earnest discussion. I believe that, wholeheartedly.
As do I. I won't give up until we reach a compromise.
Good. Now, let's go hunt ourselves a Torel Vidral, shall we?
Assuming you survive. My old bones and I will be waiting here for the true heir's return.
Oh, screw you.
Your thoughts have always been a mystery to me, brother. But I'm relieved to see you put aside the contest for the sake of the greater good.
Our nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. The more that are lost or broken, the weaker Tuliyolal becomes.
Interesting thought process there, but hey-ho.
Even the crudest rock has value as a stepping stone.
That's...
Come on, you two. Forget about the right of succession for now, and help me fight this overgrown snake bird. I don't care how strong the Sky Ruin may be. We're going to put this menace down for good.
At the end of the day, there's another icon. And, well, I'm quite good at killing icons. I am the healer. Wakor Lordor is now accessible. Ooh, okay. Okay, looks like this is going to be a... Just check how this is looking. Yep. So for healers, we've got myself and Urianje. Tanks, we've got Thancred and Wuklamat. We've got Alize, Zoralja, Krile, and Kona as DPS. So we'll be doing that in the next video. So we'll be ending the stream there and going into the... I didn't think the stream was going to end this soon, but hey-ho. So we're going to go into the next one, and that's going to be a recorded videos and uploaded. Same as the dungeons. So see you guys in a bit.